So in magnets and electromagnetism, we already know that mostly topics starts from the basic IGCSE topics. Just like in AS, we discuss all the topics. So they started from the basics of IGCSE. But in AS, there is no chapter of magnetism and electromagnetism. So that is included in A2. So again, when we start magnetism and electromagnetism, so it starts from the same idea of magnetic field. So first of all,
Okay. Magnetic field is like whenever like a charge or like a magnetic material experiences a force, right?
yes. So just like electric field, when you place any magnet or any magnetic material in the range of that magnet, so it will experience force of attraction or repulsion, right?
Oh,
So yes,
yes.
and definitions are also very important in A levels. So
Okay.
yes, if you know about correct definition, so we can skip that part. Otherwise, I will write down the definition.
Can you
Be-
write it down so?
Okay. Basically, for electric field, magnetic field, we can use same definition. Only we need to replace the words.
Okay.
So it is a region in space around a magnet where another magnet,
Experiences force.
yes,
And then for electric field, would it be like a charge?
yes, in electric field, we need to write for a charge.
Okay. Is this the definition from like marking schemes?
Yes,
Because the
because
book had like something like different, that's why. Like it's the same concept, but like the
yes,
wording.
concepts is same, and in definition it is not compulsory to exactly write down the definition from marking scheme. Basically in marking scheme we got the key ideas, key concept, that these specific ideas needs to be mentioned in your definition. Okay.
Wait, so if I don't like write the same like word for word definition, I can still get marks?
Yes,
Like if the main like words which I need to use are there.
right. So basically just like I ask you about magnetic field, so you describe magnetic field that it is the space around the magnet where another magnets or magnetic material feels force of attraction or just simply feels force. So I got exact idea that what are you actually saying and how you explain magnetic field. So by reading, if you get a clear idea, clear concept of that definition, so you will get marks. But if your definition is very like confusing, it will not give clear idea what you want to say. So then you will not get complete marks.
Okay. So it has to be like concise.
Yes. Like we are in A2, so definitely we clear IGCSE AS. So right now we in definition we try to explain in detail, right? Like
Yeah.
in this definition, we used to write about magnet, magnetic material, or current carrying conductor, because current carrying conductor is also like electromagnet, right?
Yeah.
So we have three different variations.
So it's either a magnet, a magnetic material, or current carrying conductor.
Yes. Because current carrying conductor, just like we studied in IGCSE, that gives you electromagnetism concept. Okay.
Yeah, like the generator and
Yes,
stuff.
correct. And secondly, again, the basic idea we know that like poles repel each other, unlike poles attract each other.
Yes.
So like poles repel,
And opposite attract.
attract. And second idea is about the direction of magnetic field. So I hope you also know about the direction of magnetic field. It starts from the north and ends to
It
the south,
it's
right?
it's like how in also in charges like the
Hmm.
positive one, the
Positive.
arrows point outwards. So the
Right,
same way in the one, it's outwards and then it goes into south.
correct. So these are the basic ideas. We already know about it. Plus, if we consider the idea from electromagnetism, because this is just for magnetism, so magnetism is very easy. We already know about it. So the next idea is about current carrying conductor, because we mention about magnet, magnetic material, and current carrying conductor. So about magnets, we are very clear because that concept is very easy. So second
Yeah.
is magnetic field around a current carrying conductor.
In this chapter we have two scenarios, right? Like either we move like either we generate the electricity or we use the current to
Electricity to move,
produce a force.
correct. So there are
Yeah,
two different options. Either we use kinetic energy to generate electricity or use electricity to generate kinetic energy.
okay.
Exactly. So if you remember, this is also the topic like same in IGCSE, magnetic field around a current carrying conductor. So let's suppose if you have
Yeah.
two wires and current is moving in opposite directions, upward direction or in downward direction. So how to identify the direction of magnetic field?
Do we use the right hand rule where we like make the like a thumbs up?
Yes,
Like we wrap it around. We
correct,
point our thumb in the direction of the arrow, and then we wrap the rest of the fingers around, and it will show the direction. Either it's clockwise or anti-clockwise.
correct. So we need to use the right hand grip rule. We need to grab the conductor. So that will give you the direction of magnetic field and thumb shows the direction of electric current. Correct.
Do they ever ask the definition for like right hand grip rule and stuff?
Basically, this is a concept. So let's suppose if they ask any time, so they used to ask, describe how we identify the direction or how you get to know that this will be the direction of magnetic field. So they usually ask, describe or explain because this is a
Okay.
concept, right?
Yeah.
So thumb normally gives you the direction of current and finger
And
curl
mhm.
gives you the direction of field. But let's suppose if we have like a circular coil, like a solenoid. So in solenoid, how to apply this right hand grip rule?
Isn't it oh okay, I forgot.
Okay. So basically, Fleming's left hand rule and electromagnetism. So basically, we can use right hand rule in simple right hand grip rule to identify the
Yeah.
direction of magnetic field by using this concept. But let's suppose if coil is a solenoid in a circular form, so we need to use right hand grip rule like this. Okay.
Okay, so it's the same method, just wrap your fingers to
Yes.
the direction like
Of
how
current.
it's being wrapped. Okay.
Yes. So this is the only difference, and thumb only represents the direction of the North Pole. And the
Okay.
second thing,
So that
hmm,
so in this it's like the opposite way. So it's like in solenoid the thumb doesn't show the direction of
current. It
it
only
shows the direction of
North Pole.
North Pole.
Yes. because magnetic field travels from north to south. So if we identify north, so definitely no, south will be on the opposite side. Okay,
Okay.
correct. And if you remember, we also used to mark things like into the paper, out of the paper. If you
Yeah.
remember that,
I
right?
X is into and circle is out of, right?
Yes. So for cross, that is into, and dot means out of the paper, right? So you also know about it. And what about this concept when two wires placed close together and current is moving,
Yeah,
right? You know
I
about
know
it?
this concept, but
Okay.
can we discuss it?
Okay, basically, this is the concept when two conductors placed together having same direction of current or opposite direction of current. So basically, in the first case, let's suppose this is case number one. So in case number one, the direction of current is same.
Direction of current is same, like they're both into
Yes. So in both
the page.
diagrams, like if you consider simple wires, so current direction is same, or if you consider this into the paper, out of the paper diagram, so again it is into the paper. So when the
So
direction of
also
current,
then
hmm,
would the so when the current is same, that means that the magnetic field would be opposite, right?
yes, basically magnetic field is like they are supporting each other. In the diagram, you can see magnetic field moves from this direction, and now it is continuing with the direction of the second conductor or the second wire. So magnetic
So
field
they're
is,
like carrying it.
yes, just like a steering wheel when we apply force from both hands. So basically we are supporting both hands to rotate that steering wheel. So in the same way, their magnetic field are flowing in the same direction. So that's why they got force of attraction.
Also, like if you look where the F is drawn in the like the right side, um, yeah, over here. So what happens is that it's going one of them, the one on the left is going down and the one on the right is going up, right? So does
Yes.
that like mean that they kind of repel each other?
Basically, they attract each other in this scenario because their
Okay,
magnetic
because
field.
they're all,
Yes. If you consider this nearby area, I got your point where F is written. So in this nearby area, magnetic field, you are saying it moves in upward direction, right? And over here it is moving in downward direction, right? So in this sense, you are saying that magnetic field are opposing each other. But basically, when we draw these two lines, starting two lines, two circles, so the field are like not interacting with each other. But when we mark the third one, so in the third one, they interact with each other. And when they interact with each other, so they combines with each other. So this is the third one. So in the third one, you
do they
don't need
ever
to.
like ask do they ask questions to explain like this phenomenon?
Basically, they will not ask in A2 because it is very simple. If they ask like in some questions, so maybe for 1 or 2 marks in some old questions, because this is very simple concept, and they will not ask why this diagram is happening like this or why we draw a diagram like this. So they will not ask like
Okay.
this question because this is already defined concept. We are going to study this concept because we never experience fields like this. Okay.
Oh, okay. So
Yes.
this isn't possible?
Basically, this is not impossible. By observations of different experiments, we got this magnetic field pattern because when magnetic field are going to interact with each other, so there are two possibilities. Either they attract each other or repel each other. So since they are
Mm-hmm.
moving in same direction, their rotation is same. So this supports each other. So when they support each other, so there will be force of attraction. So both conductor moves close to each other, right?
Yes.
Because they are generating a same field. And just like your question, that magnetic field is moving in upward direction over here and magnetic field moving in downward direction. So this will creates opposite poles, right? We will discuss that in Lenz's law. because Lenz's law tells
Okay.
you about the direction of the field or the magnetic field induced. So that is important, but in this part, they will not ask about this specific diagram that why and what is happening over here. You just need to mention when current direction is same, so magnetic field direction is also same for both conductor, and both force and both conductor fields experience in opposite direction. Like this conductor experience force, apply force on left hand side, and the right side conductor apply force on the left hand side. So both apply force in on the other conductor. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So direction of current is same, and both conductors attract each other. So force is,
Okay. Force is carried.
yes. So there is force of attraction.
Okay.
And in the second example, we have opposite direction of electric current. And when we have opposite direction of electric current, so now you can see their field lines are opposing each other in this sense. Like one is moving towards left, second one is moving towards right. So they are moving in opposite
Yeah.
direction. So it means they repel each other. They will not support each other, they repel each other. So in case number
So would
two,
they move away from each other? Like,
yes,
would they move away from each other? Okay.
yes. So this is the final representation. You need to draw electric field representation like this. Okay. Because they repel each other. So that's why due to repulsion, from the center, their field lines are very close because of repulsion. Because one conductor try to push the field away, and second conductor also try to push the field of the first conductor away. So that's why in the middle, they have very like close magnetic field lines.
Okay.
Because you also remember whenever we draw the magnetic field lines, we need to increase the gap, because increasing the gap shows that
Shows that it's weaker. It's
yes,
getting weaker.
weaker.
But
Correct.
here it's strong.
Yes.
Okay.
So case number two is current is in opposite direction,
And force is repulsive.
repulsive.
Repulsive force.
So this is the concept related to the two conductors having same direction of current or opposite direction of current. And after this, there is a concept of left hand rule. Because right now we are talking about electric current. We are using electricity to generate motion in the coil or movement in the wire. Okay.
Okay.
So next concept is left hand rule. And you also know about Fleming's left hand rule. That is very easy. In Fleming's left hand rule, we provide electric current, we provide magnetic field. And in output, which quantity we get in the result, that is the force, right?
Yes.
So when we are going to use left hand rule, so always remember force is not given. So force on conductor is unknown. Magnetic field and current are known. Examples are DC motor because they use electricity to produce motion in the motor. And we apply Fleming's right hand rule when induced current is not given.
So we know magnetic field and current. No,
Yes,
like in the Fleming's left hand rule, we know the magnetic field direction and we
yes,
know the direction of current, but we
current.
don't know the direction of the force.
Yes. So then we can easily apply Fleming's left hand rule to get the exact direction. Okay.
Okay, can I write this down quickly?
Okay. Okay. Also, you will get all these PDF. I will make a drive link.
I know. I like writing it because it
Okay.
helps me. remember. Are we gonna also use like in this chapter? Do we learn the F equals BIL?
Yes, because right now we are just revising the old topic. So if there is any confusion in the previous topic, so we can recall that again. Then we will continue with new concepts, because in new concept we need to direct apply these old ideas that we already studied. Okay.
Do you think the questions are hard? Because I haven't looked at the past papers yet for this one.
Basically the hall props question, and because this chapter is more like based on imaginations, because we
Yeah.
never experienced all these experiments in our daily life. We never saw field lines, we never saw this happening, but we have different videos practically available, but still we are not able to see field lines. So that is difficult to keep in our mind. So in that sense it is difficult, because it is like a
Okay.
fictional type or imaginary type question most of the time. But if you continue with the basics, so definitely you will get correct answers. Just like you already know about the basics of electromagnetism very clearly, so it will be easy for you, inshallah.
Okay. Sure. Okay, I'm done writing.
Okay. And one more thing, you remember in this case that all these forces, all these quantities are mutually perpendicular, right?
Yeah. They have to be 90 degrees to each other.
Yes. So they are mutually perpendicular to each other always. So never get confused whenever we got different directions. So these are small things that we need to keep in our mind during the solutions. After this, left hand rule, we already know how to identify the left hand rule. And in left hand rule and in right hand rule, we also studied about magnetic flux, right?
Yes. Is magnetic flux like how many field lines, like the field line strength and all?
Yes. So just like if we are standing on a signal and we are just observing how many vehicles are passing in 90 seconds through this signal, so that is called traffic flux, right? So you can just simply say there are like 40 vehicles passing through this signal when signal turns on. So that is the flux of traffic, average flux. In the same way, when you identify the number of field lines, magnetic field lines or electric field lines passing through a certain area, so that will give you the idea of magnetic flux or electric flux, right?
Yeah.
And just like the concept of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. So we discussed that the rate of change of flux will give you more induced current, right? In the same way, if we
The rate
apply,
of,
yeah,
yeah.
but that is for electromagnetic induction. But in the same way, if you consider
Is
Fleming's
that a different
induction rule,
chapter?
that is,
Is this like, is it in the same chapter? It's in the previous chapter.
basically we studied this law in IGCSE, that rate of change of flux, the greater the rate of change of flux, the greater the induced EMF, right? We studied in IGCSE.
Yeah, I must.
Yes. But right now we are talking about Fleming's
Okay.
left hand rule. So we are not talking about induced current. But if we use that idea, so from that idea we can identify that if we apply a greater magnetic field, greater current, so definitely we will get greater force in Fleming's left hand rule, right? So basically,
Yeah.
yes, force is directly proportional to current, force is directly proportional to the magnetic field, right?
Yes.
So if you continue this concept, so in A2 basically we have magnetic flux density.
Density means like how much there is per volume, right?
Yes. So in magnetic flux density, we use the concept that it is the force per unit length on a conductor, or we can represent it by B. So the definition is It is the force
per unit length.
per unit length.
Is it the magnetic force specifically?
Yes. Basically, if you write for electric flux density, so you can also write for electric flux density also, because right now we have only force per unit length, but in electric field intensity density, definitely quantities are different, right? But concept are in the same way. Okay,
Okay.
because it is the force per unit length on a conductor carrying unit current normal to the magnetic field.
So like 90 degrees.
Yes, correct. So B is equals to F upon
Length.
I into
Current
L.
unit. So it's current carrying unit is basically just like copper wire, for example.
Yes, any simple wire carrying current, right? And unit current means if we consider a single value of current to find out the basic concept.
And when you say a normal to the magnetic field, so
It
that
means
means like 90
90 degrees.
degrees. So like how the Fleming's left was like 90
Yes,
degrees.
exactly. And you also know about the SI unit, that is Tesla T.
Yes.
It
Is
is
there
also
any like derivation of Tesla or no?
no. Basically, this is SI unit, so that's why for Tesla there is no derivation. Uh, but when we discuss about magnetic field around a straight current carrying conductor, so we have derivation of that part, right? But right now for Tesla there is no derivation.
Okay, so B equals to F force over I, which is current, and L the length.
Length, yes. But let's
And
suppose
F is the magnetic force.
magnetic force, right?
Okay.
And let's suppose if they ask define Tesla,
Oh, then I just have to do F over IL, right?
okay? So Tesla is
Is it gonna be
it is the magnetic flux density, we can say also, when a wire of because always we use to write definition for a unit quantity, right? Like 1 meter, one
yeah,
centimeter, 1 kg, 1 gram, like this. So you can define Tesla
yeah.
because in definitions we have definition of Tesla also. So you can say it is the magnetic flux density. I'm writing in short, it is the magnetic flux density called B
Okay.
when a wire of 1 meter,
1 meter?
yes, carrying 1 ampere of current,
One. Okay.
yes. So you just need to mention unit values and that will give you the definition of Tesla.
Should we mention the force?
Yes, 1 Newton.
So magnetic Tesla is the magnetic flux density when a wire of 1 meter is carrying 1 ampere of current and experiencing um, 1 Newton of force. Okay.
And again, same when placed normal to the magnetic field.
How many marks are these definitions usually?
Maximum 2.
Okay.
Because now we have only detailed theory paper.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the Tesla and magnetic flux density. And in magnetic flux density, if we only consider the idea of magnetic flux, because right now we are using the concept of density, but if they only ask about magnetic flux, let's suppose, so magnetic flux is only the magnetic field lines or magnetic flux density multiplied by the surface area through which the field passes. So that is called magnetic flux. Because the symbol
So
of
it's not
magnetic
that.
flux, yes, it is different.
What would be the okay, the symbol is
Phi.
phi.
Yes. So basically, this is the magnetic flux. It is the total magnetic field line crossing an area. So that is called simply magnetic flux. And the formula will be like,
So it's the total magnetic field lines crossing an area.
yes,
So phi equals to B, which is magnetic flux density times A. Oh, is it because like density would be like the volume, but then you do it times A to like cancel out the meter part?
correct. Just like the normal density, we use mass upon volume. So we distribute in the given volume. But right now we are using conductor. So definitely current moves in one direction. So that's why we are using a single length of a wire.
Okay.
And it is the total magnetic field crossing an area. And the unit of magnetic flux.
Would it be like B divided like Tesla divided by Tesla m
Multiply
minus
by
one or
Tesla into meter square. If we simply follow the basic SI units, so the SI unit of B is Tesla, the SI unit of A is meter square. So Tesla into meter square, right?
yeah, okay.
Yes, but in short, we need to use a different unit which is called Weber,
Oh, okay.
right? WB. And you also know that if we use 90-degree or if we use different angle, so that will give you different results because we are using B cross A. So B is like a magnetic field, it is a vector quantity, and area is also like gives you specific direction. So it depends upon the orientation also, that what type of orientation we are
Like,
using.
so the same formula, like I remember like slightly for the F equals to BIL, there's also F equals to BIL sine theta, right?
Yes. So you may join me back. So then we will move towards that formula. F is equals to BIL sine theta, right?
Okay. Okay.